Hello, welcome everyone. Today we will be talking about these Huawei Freebuds 4i. Quite a long name, isn't it? Not like the Sony names that are kind of weird. Today we will be talking about the main aspect of these buds. Some important things just like the battery life, how does it sound, are they truly recommended or not? How does it charge, and more stuff. So tighten your belts and enjoy this video. To begin with, we will be talking about the release date of these FreeBuds. Okay, let's call them FreeBuds because it's shorter and I think that everybody knows that we're talking about Huawei product. We say FreeBuds. Okay, the release date for these buds was August 17th of 2021. And as we know, the US doesn't have like a good relationship with this brand. But even though those problems that they may have, or I don't know if they actually have the problems right now, or if it's something of the past, we can buy these Huawei buds on Amazon for around $49 to $69. As you can see right here, here they are, the Huawei Freebuds 4i. We got it from 69 and 49, the 3i. So we can say that these buds actually cost $70. Okay, for now, we will talk about what do we have for $70? What does this product offer to us? Let's go to these things. Okay, and for those $70 that I told you, that I show you how much these guys cost, let's see what does it have. I think that one of the most impressive things that we can find on these guys is that it has active noise cancellation. Okay, what is that? For those who don't really know what that means. Active noise cancellation is when you don't really want to hear what's going outside of your earbuds. For example, you're in the park, you don't want to really hear the dogs barking, the children shouting, so you just activate this and you will have the active noise cancellation that, as its name says it, just cancels all of the outside noise and just lets you hear the music, your favorite podcast, some videos that you're watching, and that's quite a bit what active noise cancellation is. The weird thing, well, I told you that I was surprised of these because actually for $70, I can't really tell you any other earplug that counts with this function. We can also see that it is a USB Type-C charger. But the bad thing, well, it's $70. I think that you would imagine, is that we don't count with the charging, the wireless charging, the one that you just have another phone on the bottom or a special wireless charger and you put it and they will charge. No, that's not the case. These can only be charged with the USB-C type cable. What else do we have outside? Okay, we have like this, I think that you noticed it from the really beginning, this egg type shape. It's kind of weird, but I mean, you're not gonna put it this way. I think that's the reason why it has like a flat side, so you can put it on a table or everywhere and it's not gonna really slip, because it's made kind of like a ceramics thing. It's plastic, but it's like well done, so it may slip sometimes. Okay, what else do we have? The light. What does this light mean? Okay, it indicates how much charge does the case have. For example, when you open the case, it has three types of light. The green light is when it's fully charged. Then we have the orange light. That means that it may have like a 50% battery, less or more, a little bit more. And then we have the red light. The red light means that you need to charge the case, you need to charge the buds. And when you open the case and there is no light, that means that, well, there isn't any charge left. So now it indicates that we have a full battery. And here are the guys. Kind of like AirPods. I like them. They're cool. Well, I was also forgetting to mention that we have this small button here. What is that? Okay. When you wanted to pair it with a device, with a new device, you need the FreeBuds to be inside of the case, open it, and then as it's open, put on your phone. Obviously, you have to turn on the Bluetooth function on your phone so it can search for these guys. So you open the case and then touch the button 2 times. You leave it pressed and it will appear here. Okay, there is also an app. I think it's called AI Life. That is the Huawei app for any of their FreeBuds. But I mean, you can use it with an iPhone, with a Samsung, with an Oppo, with any other phone or device that has Bluetooth. You can also use it with a PC, with a laptop, and other things. So now we will talk about battery life. These guys, I think that they have a decent battery autonomy. They have around an 8 hours, 7 hours, depends on how you use them. Battery life, the FreeBuds. And I say depends on how much you use it because it actually has 3 functions. It has active noise cancellation, and it has off, and it has something called awareness mode. And that means that, for example, most of us you can use your plugs when you're out of the street, when you're buying something outside, or when you don't really want to disconnect from the world. You can activate this function, this feature, and that means that you will kind of hear the cars and the outside. It's the opposite of the active noise cancellation mode. So you can just hear a little bit. And this is some of these features. Well, it's actually 2 of these, the active noise cancellation and the awareness mode, that may drain the battery life of these guys a little bit more. But you can have, as I said before, you can have around 10 hours or 7 hours. It all depends on how much you use these functions or not. Or if you just put the off mode on in, well, it's not, your battery is supposed to have a lot of battery life. And then now let's talk about how much does this battery life have. It has around 23 and 24 hours. So that means that when you drain the whole battery life of these guys, you can just put them inside of the case and wait around 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and voila, you still have another 8 hours and 10 hours. So you can basically charge them 2 times before charging the whole case. That's a good news. That's some of good news. Because, for example, if you're traveling and you're not really close to a charger port, you can use these guys without any problem. At least you're gonna stay more than 3 days and want to use the FreeBuds the whole day. That will be a problem, but I think that there actually isn't any other plug that can do that. Okay, so I showed you the white version. This is not the only version. We also have a black color and a red one. I don't know the specific names because, as you know, many brands give like kind of weird names for colors, like mystic something, like violet, another thing. This is just white. Okay, then we have black and red. And I think that that's all the color options that we have for these guys. The Huawei Freebuds 4i. Oof, long name, right guys? Okay, and now the question is, do I really recommend these guys for $70 and practically only being able to buy them online? Well, the answer is yes. I truly recommend these guys. Why? Because they have good sound, they have good basses, they have a clear voice, they have an active noise cancellation, as I told you before. That's not very common on sort of cheap buds, and that they look kind of cool. I mean, sometimes you can confuse them as a copy of the AirPods, but it has its own style. So I truly recommend these. There is also another thing that I wanted to comment, is that you can also make calls with these guys because it has a small mic on them that you could barely notice. It's one of these ports, and this magnet is for the charging part. You put it inside here, and that's how it charges. Okay, as I was telling you, you can make calls with these, and the people I've called say that they hear my voice very clearly, that it doesn't sound like if I had a kind of a bud, because normally when you have these wireless buds, these Bluetooth buds, they may kind of like your voice may sound kind of weird, but this is not the case. I can also tell you that because when I was in school, I had Zoom classes, and I also worked as a teacher, and my students and my partners and my teachers, they didn't really notice the difference. They even told me that they could hear me better as if I was just talking with the computer's microphone. So my recommendation for these is, if you can buy it for $60, $70 or less, don't doubt to buy these if you're looking for any of these, clearly. And thank you for watching the video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a like so we can keep growing and growing, and I can bring you more stuff to the channel. And take care. See you the next video, guys.